it's only lock. Eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the floor elevator, we facing my brad. How you want deposits, the memo or cash? Red light, yellow light, green light, go. The event, so I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend call, want me alone. Got my she's happy at home, and I blah, 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 blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. From the Homer? Hurt, Bucky a goner. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 Up and up. Stunt. Yeah, I'm 1 in a million. All right now. Since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, hit or recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been founded, yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm 1 in a million. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm 1 in a million.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. From his own end zone, here we go. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Nix from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's brought down at the 44. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running back sent in motion left. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hits his running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. Chased out to his right. On target to Godwin. And that's good for a gain of 5. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Working quickly here. Nix with it on 1st. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
3rd and long for him here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's a give up the middle. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They give it to him again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Nix to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs,
back at beginning of 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Offense up to the line fast. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
you know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you now forced to put the ball in the air.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So that flag is declined, and now that's going to force this offense into a 4th and goal decision. Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. A very short kick here from the right hash. Tucker's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's a type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set. First and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So second down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers to talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Hey, 57, 57.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now they face second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Yolo. Hey, Yolo, hey, go going.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled by Ruth Orororo. Only a yard for him that time, so now third and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll throw on third and long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing from the gun. Gets him on the in route. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 19. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Now Nix. Dumped off to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Ravens. with 2nd and 6. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll get it up to the 44. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Throwing on 1st down, Nix finding Flowers. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Nix looking to throw. Caught by his back. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. Space pass to 35. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
Right side.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Yellow. Yellow. Right side.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He puts some power on it. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Butker to try the point after. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! Wow, nearly the unthinkable. He almost turned the block into 2 points, but they caught up to him at the very last second for the tackle. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Putting a receiver in motion. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Nix from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Motioning the tight end now. On third down, here's Nix. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Man in motion here. They'll throw again. Nix. Trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens cut it to a field goal game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Yellow.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They send the tight end in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Toss now to the short side. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Well, he got his own miscue back, so no harm, no foul, but they are still not happy seeing him putting that football on the ground.
It's not like he just dropped it, though. Took a pretty nice hit to jar it free, but what do they teach you? When you got a nice game, what do you got to do?
Ball security, Brock, is job security.
Put that on a T-shirt.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They've got a man in motion. From the 35 on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That's caught for the first. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Yellow.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. 2nd time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick-6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. Here's Carter on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Play action with Nix. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Nix now to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits his running back. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd and 4. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Attack, attack! Right.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Inside the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Shotgun snap to Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's a handoff up the gut. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hauled in by Godwin. And they get this down to the 28. Working quickly here. Throwing on first down, Nix. Cut at the 10-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Offense up to the line fast. Throwing here, Nix. It is caught left side. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So here's a big play from the Ravens as they line up for 2. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Looking to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Risky throw, and it's intercepted! And the Chiefs will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Backed up on their own goal line, Brock. A little bit surprising to see them decide to throw for it there.
Yeah, a bunch of trust thrown their way by this staff to call a pass play in that situation. You know, and you'll hear coaches say this, Kate. You got to play fast, but never in a hurry. He was hurried right there, and it certainly led to the INT.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Yellow. 15.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Yellow.
Mahomes. They did it. He made the interception. And the Ravens have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Here we go.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. from the 34. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Nix with it on 1st. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Desperation time here on 4th. Completed to Flowers. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
Yellow. Right side.
Trying the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Right side.
Back-to-back carries here. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Yellow. Right side.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs